The Rokuro, potter's wheel, is not merely a tool, it embodies a deep connection to tradition, spirituality, and the natural world. For traditional Japanese potters, the wheel is not merely a device for shaping clay, but a medium for expressing the spirit of creation and engaging in a dialogue with both nature and oneself. My master often emphasized that the spontaneous movement of the wheel surpasses any deliberate intention. The subtle unevenness found on ancient ceramics, known as flavor or taste, scenery or landscape, is a testimony to a natural and organic production process. The friction between the wooden shaft and the potter's wheel creates a subtle vertical vibration, which naturally results in the unevenness of the rim, which is particularly noticeable on Teabowls and, in turn, on the rim of the vessel. To deliberately reproduce this effect, when throwing on the potter's wheel, the lip, mouth structure, is gently pinched in several places, within 5 places. If this unevenness is trimmed away, the result feels unnatural. In ancient Japan, the mirror was revered as a sacred object, believed to be a symbol of spiritual power and a reflection of the divine. From the times when nature deities were deeply respected, the mirror held a special place not only in religious rites but also in political authority, used as a symbol of power by rulers to command and unify the people. This significance extends into the realm of traditional Japanese ceramics, where the rotating wheel disc of the Rokuro, the potter's wheel, is often metaphorically referred to as a mirror. Just as the mirror served as a medium to connect the mortal world with the spiritual, the rotating wheel becomes a reflective space, where the ceramic master's inner world and the essence of the natural world are brought into alignment. The Rokuro not only shapes clay but also evokes the cyclical nature of existence, mirroring the rotation of the heavens, the sun, and the continuous flow of time. In this sense, the potter's wheel becomes a sacred tool, its movement symbolic of introspection and creation, a boundary between the mundane and the divine. The teapot, chatamari, is a subtle indentation at the bottom of the bowl that collects the remaining tea after drinking. While it is often regarded as an aesthetic element that enhances the tea's appearance, I also appreciate it as a symbol of cyclical motion. It serves as a reminder that the wheel is a microcosm of the universe. Working on the wheel is, in essence, a profound dialogue with both the material and the natural world. It is an act of surrender, a release from preconceived notions, and an embrace of the clay's transformative potential. The potter's connection to the clay is a silent communion, where intuition and sensation transcend words. The Japanese word rokuro and the Korean word mul both refer to the potter's wheel, a tool central to shaping ceramics. While Japanese and Korean ceramics have developed in their own unique ways, the Rokuro and mul share deep symbolic meanings, especially when it comes to their spiritual aspects and the harmony they represent between humanity and nature. In Japan, the word Rokuro embodies the idea of harmony with nature. When we craft pottery or wooden objects, we're not just shaping materials, we're respecting their natural forms and textures. Objects created on the Rokuro reflect this balance, symbolizing the relationship between humans and the natural world. The Rokuro also represents tradition. It's a tool that carries the weight of generations of knowledge and skill, making it a symbol of creativity and transformation. Its continuous rotation is like the passage of time, a reminder of the cycles of life. Similarly, the Korean mul is more than just a potter's wheel, it's a symbol of transformation. It's about taking natural materials and turning them into art, a process that reflects the artisan's skill and creativity. The word mul carries with it cultural and spiritual significance, connecting the physical act of shaping clay with deeper meanings. Though there are distinct differences in the pottery traditions of Japan and Korea, both cultures hold the potter's wheel in high regard. In Korea, the kick wheel, operated by foot, was a powerful tool for shaping clay, especially during the Goryeo period when Buddhist aesthetics influenced the elegant curves and soft green glazes of Celadon pottery. As Confucianism took hold in the Joseon dynasty, there was a shift towards white porcelain, reflecting ideals of purity and simplicity of life. In Japan, a wide variety of ceramic styles developed, especially around the tea ceremony. Traditional Japanese potter's wheels, whether the foot-operated kick wheel or the hand-turned wheel, are closely tied to the culture of sitting on tatami mats. The hand wheel, in particular, reflects the body movements rooted in traditional Japanese living. The rotating wheel head, often called a mirror, is a metaphor drawn from ancient religions, symbolizing introspection, the divine, and the cycle of life. The pottery wheel becomes a conduit to the divine, a tool that evokes spiritual power. The potter's wheel is deeply intertwined with the cultural life of both Japan and Korea. It's not just a tool, it's something with cultural and spiritual value. Using a potter's wheel goes beyond technique, it's akin to meditation, a practice that calms the mind and deepens introspection. The wheel has dual religious origins, connected to Zen philosophy and the ancient Japanese reverence for nature deities. Its rhythmic rotation harmonizes with the rhythms of nature, allowing natural elements to be reflected in the work. This harmony between matter and spirit highlights the deep significance of the potter's wheel in both cultural and spiritual terms. Balancing tradition and innovation is a challenge in contemporary ceramics. While exploring new forms of expression is vital, it's equally important to delve into and honor traditional techniques and their underlying philosophies. The potter's wheel is far more than a tool, it's a learning platform for the future of ceramics, embodying a commitment to preserving time-honored practices. A rich cultural landscape allows exceptional art to flourish, where tradition and contemporary ideas converge, creating a harmonious balance between the past and the present. My master once said, trimming the foot ring, kodai, is several times more important than wheel throwing. Unlike wheel throwing, carving directly invites the potter to impose their ego. The potter's mood, temperament, skill, and spirit are thus directly reflected in the piece. It's a daunting prospect. The trimming of the Teabowl, which retains the natural texture of the clay, enhances its overall beauty and invites the viewer to appreciate its aesthetic qualities. This appreciation is deepened through the act of heikin, a contemplative viewing in the tea ceremony, where one can perceive not just the physical form, but also the spiritual and philosophical essence embedded in the bowl. Trimming the foot ring, kodai, in particular, is a delicate process that requires precision and care. It is through this process that the potter's intent, spirit, and the deeper meaning of the tea bowl become visible. I inscribe the katakana character he onto my pieces with the intention of inviting the power of nature into the work. This stylized signature, representing both the sun and the heat of flames, carries my prayer that these forces will infuse the vessel, formed on the potter's wheel, with vibrant life. Through this inscription, I hope to convey the piece's vitality and its profound connection to the natural world. Thus, the characteristics of a wheel-thrown vessel will reveal the potter's intended finish, whether it is a natural ash-glazed vessel or a traditionally glazed one. If glazing was intended, however, adjustments would need to be made to the wheel-thrown process itself, such as thinning the lip during the shaping of the mouth rim. Natural world.